Dr. BOA, when you were 20 years old, your significant other was not even born yet. So how does that work?
Here's one of the major things, and I think we can all agree on this. Up to a certain point, women mature faster than men. So there's a difference there. For whatever reason, we can run down a myriad of reasons and waste the whole show doing that. But it gets to a point where by the time a man wants to truly settle down, let's be honest, the majority of women have already been in multiple heartbreaks. They've been in multiple situations where they've been lied to by men in relationships. The women aren't single because they don't want to be married. Women are single because they don't trust men. So when you really think about that, by the time a woman gets a certain age, she's got a lot of emotional damage that, let's just call them simps. That's what I call them. I call them beta male simp manginas. They've been in relationships with beta male simp manginas and they've been hurt. So they're not trusting. They almost don't want to be in a relationship. And when a man gets to a certain age, when you got your money right, you got your mind right, you got your body right, you got your spirit right, you suddenly feel like, whoa, I need somebody around that I can trust.
Just what do you call it again? Give us the term again.
The beta male simp mangina.
The beta male
simp
mangina. Now, what does that mean? What is that? What
a beta male is simply a guy who hasn't figured out what he wants in life.
Okay.
So if you can't figure out what you want in life, you're never going to get it. So you walk around crying all the time. But well, he has this and he has this. Why don't I? The simp is simply a guy who doesn't understand that valuing himself first is the essence to having anyone else value you. And the mangina is simply a guy who runs around like a little boy for his entire life. He's 30, 40, 50 years old, still running around in the club, still dating, still bragging about how many women he can have sex with. So that's a pretty good breakdown of it.
Okay. Nana, how do you feel about this?
I mean, there's so much to unpack here. I mean, exactly were these people breaking these women's hearts? Men, alpha men and beta men and synth manginas, I guess. But that's just called life experience. That doesn't mean a woman isn't worthwhile. That doesn't mean she doesn't have anything to offer. That doesn't mean that she's not a valuable, valid person who's deserving of love. But that's besides the point. The point is you can actually find women who just were working on their career, going to school, getting masters, getting doctorates, who just haven't found the right person yet, who might be looking. But if you're overlooking them because you're like, well, all those women are trash and they're messed up because men messed them up, and you're only looking in a certain age bracket, that's a little, I mean, hey, you do you, but that's a little concerning if you're neglecting a whole group of women because, well, all of them have obviously been damaged already. That's a little concerning.
Okay, I guess I'll respond to that. Here's the issue. None of those things that you just said was in any part of what I said. I'm saying from meeting women. I'm not saying older women, younger women. I'm saying after a woman has been in a certain amount of relationships, she has damage. Okay, from any man, from every man, but not from me. So I'm speaking from a personal experience. And it's not that I go seeking women. I don't even approach women. My fiance, she approached me. Like, I don't approach women. I'm too busy chasing money. I'm too busy trying to build a legacy. I'm too busy trying to create things that'll last after I'm dead. So it's not all about a man going out pursuing women. Sometimes you're just that guy and a woman sees you and she wants you. A lot of relationships develop because the woman is attracted to the man. It's not this thing where guys have money, so they're just going around all the time chasing younger women. That's a misconception that, leads to people having a negative outlook on any man who just ends up being with a younger woman. I haven't always dated younger women. It's just that my woman now is young.
And actually, I was actually responding to your term when you said women have damage, when I'm saying that's a broad generalization, and what generally quite a few men who are like, oh, well, I prefer younger women. I'm not saying that that's what you said. I'm just saying that when you talk to men who do say that they prefer younger women, they're like, well, the older women are damaged. And I'm like, well, what do you mean by damage? They've had life experience, just as you have had life experience. They're minding their business. They're creating businesses, being CEOs, having wonderful lives, but also they have had relationships, as I'm sure that you have, and they all bear the scars or the knowledge or the wisdom from those relationships. So I'm just curious if you're discounting older women as options. And as you said, you were approached, but if an older woman approached you, would that have been an option? Or is it like, well, no, because you use the phrase damage. That's my reaction. That's what I'm reacting to, because these women are just wise and have lived their lives. And I'm just curious about that.